You open Instagram and there it is. Your coworker just posted photos from Tulum. Your neighbor pulled into the driveway with a brand new SUV. Your old college roommate is renovating their kitchen for the second time in 3 years. And you're sitting there thinking, what am I doing wrong? Why does everyone seem to have more money than me? Here's the truth that nobody talks about. They probably don't. What you're seeing isn't wealth, it's a performance. And today, I'm going to pull back the curtain on why you feel broke even when you're not, and what to do about it starting right now. Let's start with the numbers, because the numbers don't lie. Total US household debt just hit $18.8 trillion at the end of last year. Credit card balances alone reached $1.28 trillion. The average American with credit card debt owes around $7,886, and the median savings account balance for American families is just $8,000. That means half the country has less than that sitting in the bank. So the next time you see someone driving a $60,000 truck or carrying a designer bag, understand something. There's a very real chance that purchase was financed. You're comparing your bank account to someone else's credit limit, and that comparison is destroying your peace of mind. Think about that for a second. If the average household owes over $105,000 in total debt and only has $8,000 saved, that means most people around you are operating deep in the negative. The cars, the clothes, the brunches, the trips, they're not signs of wealth, they're signs of borrowing. And borrowing always comes with a bill, usually at 24% interest. So what looks like abundance on the outside is often anxiety on the inside. You just never get to see that part. There's actually a name for this now. Researchers call it money dysmorphia. It's like body dysmorphia, but for your finances. A Credit Karma study found that 29% of Americans experience it. That's nearly 1 in 3 people who have a completely distorted view of their own financial situation. They feel broke even when they're stable. They feel behind even when they're doing okay. And if you're in that group, I need you to hear me. The problem isn't your wallet, it's your lens. So where does this distorted lens come from? Social media. And I don't mean that as a throwaway answer. I mean it structurally. Your feed is an algorithm designed to show you the top 1% of everyone's life. Nobody posts the overdraft notification. Nobody shares a story about the $247 minimum payment they can barely make. You only see the vacation, the car, the house, the ring. A study from the Money and Mental Health Policy Institute found that social media pressure to spend is the single biggest factor damaging people's financial well-being. Not income, not bad luck, the pressure to match what you see online. And it gets worse. This pressure triggers something psychologists call upward social comparison. You're not comparing yourself to the average person, you're comparing yourself to a highlight reel. And when you do that over and over, day after day, it rewires how you think about money. You convince yourself that more money means more worth. That belief pushes you to spend just to keep up. Now, let's talk about the trap that catches people who actually do start earning more. It's called lifestyle creep. Your income goes up $500 a month, and within 60 days, your expenses go up by $500 a month. The car gets upgraded, the apartment gets bigger, the vacations get fancier. A Fortune report found that even workers earning over $500,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck. That tells you something important. The problem was never about how much you make. It's about the gap between what you earn and what you keep. And most people keep almost nothing. About 26% of Americans say they regularly spend more than they earn. That's more than 1 in 4 people actively going backwards every month while looking like they're moving forward. They've got the new clothes, the dinner reservations, the subscription boxes, but behind it all, debt is stacking up, savings are shrinking, and stress is building in silence. So how do you break out of this? Let me give you 3 shifts that actually work. Shift number 1. Track your net worth, not your income. Your income is what comes in. Your net worth is what stays. Start writing down everything you own minus everything you owe and update it once a month. When you focus on that number going up, your whole behavior changes. You stop chasing appearances and start building something real. Shift number 2. Build a 48-hour rule for non-essential purchases. You see something you want, you wait 48 hours. If you still want it and it fits your budget, fine. But most of the time, the urge fades. That's because most spending isn't driven by need, it's driven by emotion, and emotions pass. Shift number 3. Curate your inputs. Unfollow accounts that make you feel behind. Replace them with people who teach you about building wealth, managing debt, and growing your savings. What you consume shapes what you believe, and what you believe shapes what you spend. Here's the bottom line. The reason everyone seems to have more money than you is because you're watching a magic trick. You see the spending, but not the debt behind it. You see the lifestyle, but not the stress underneath it. You see the result, but not the 3 maxed out credit cards making it possible. Your job isn't to match what other people show. Your job is to build what other people can't see. Savings, investments, low debt, money margin. That's where real freedom lives. Not in a leased car, not in a financed kitchen. In the quiet confidence that you can handle whatever life throws at you because you built a foundation instead of a facade. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe to USD FinPath right now and hit that notification bell. Here we break down the money game in a way that actually makes sense. No fluff, no hype, just real strategies for real people. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.